I was contacted today, the 18th of February, regarding some pigeons that are trapped behind netting at St Peter's Church in Congleton. Of course, this is something that really does concern me, and it should concern everybody. The treatment of pigeons is absolutely appalling, and to think that this is actually happening in our hometown of Congleton is just so upsetting and so hard to believe. And a church of all places that is doing this is even worse. You would think really that the church would be, a lover of everything. Even the hymns that they use, all creatures great and small, singing about all creatures great and small. Yet that outside the church, they're happy to erect netting and spikes. It's absolutely awful. I mean, look at that. There's loads of spikes there. There is a small hole in the netting, which I suppose if the spikes weren't there, maybe the pigeon could get out. But it's not going to get past those evil, nasty spikes. Just can't believe it. I'm not sure. I think the bird is alive. It didn't move when I got there, but it is still there. Just look at the spikes there. And this is a church that is doing this. I find it so hard to believe. One of God's creatures, and this is what is happening from a church. There's the pigeon. I don't think you can see there. I've had to really zoom in because it is quite high up. Looks like there's some sort of makeshift nest in there, and there is eggs as well. But the eggs are not underneath the pigeon, so I'm not quite sure what's happened. But those are the eggs there in the netting. They're just left there. Obviously, the weather is so cold, I would imagine that they wouldn't be viable now anyway. But I'm not too sure if this pigeon is actually trapped and cannot get out. It doesn't look to me like it could get out, even though there's a hole, just because the spikes are there. So, we could do with some assistance really. I know the RSPCA probably won't get involved with pigeons. We've tried before in the past and they've never really helped. Whether somebody locally or even the church could do, have a change of heart on this, because, it really is totally unnecessary, and it's just so sad to see this. We'd need some tall ladders and something to cut the netting away. At the end of the day, all they're doing is wanting shelter and to survive. Yes, they would probably try to breed, but if they did lay an egg, all the people need to do really is remove the eggs, put some dummy eggs in there, and everything would be fine if they didn't want them breeding. There's no need to treat them this way. So appalling. And this is happening at St Peter's Church in Congleton. It's just awful. Grade 1 Georgian Church, and they're happy to do that to pigeons that saved so many lives in the war. Horrendous.